Welcome. Scott here. I will be covering on the upcoming Event 6 Warrior Quest, Area 7 in Global. Firstly, let me give you a quick overview on the 6 Warriors Quest. You can bring a party of 6 members for the quest. Each member can be equipped with their own call. For every turn, you can do a member swap. To swap a member you need to click on the swap button. You can only bring one summon and allow use one burst. No friend support will be allowed. Abilities that revive the party will affect both parties. The boss HP bar will have thresholds indicators. If you see the target icon is flashing with a red border, it means that the boss is going to do a HP attack. For those who have a full built-up roster, this is an event that you will enjoy a lot and the fun bringing a bigger party and have everyone utilize their strengths. Put a team of various utilities and this will help you in this event and future 6 warrior fights as well. Unlike Dimensions and Transcendence or Entropy, there will be no character lock. So, you do not need to worry about locking out the character for future 6 warrior quests. Let us proceed with the boss guide proper. The featured units are Quistis, Freya, Ada, Cid Raines, Shelke and Arciela. Quistis FR and her BURST will be making their debut. She will be getting her FR boards and reworks as well. Cid Raines will be the other featured returning FR BURST unit. We will be fighting 2 bosses, Assault Dog and Count Steam. Both bosses have 230 million HP each. The turn requirement is 50. The HP requirements is 5000. Before I continue further, here is a small disclaimer clause for the video. The guide is written based on the time that the event was released for the Japanese version. Please do note that it is possible that the boss fight mechanics might differ when the actual event is released in Global. Like most other Shinryu fights, the boss gains increased brave damage and gain resistances at start of the fight and 79% HP threshold. Bringing a support like Iris, Rem, Yuri, Quistis, Luna, Freya, Charlotta, Aerith, Ramza, Garnet, Sarah, Pernello, Pain, Bald here, or Selpha that grants damage boosting aura will make your fight easier. As the boss gains substantial boost to their defenses with the auras, it is important to inflict debuffs that lower their defenses. I have grouped the key utility in major groups. The 2 bosses can gain auras when their HP has been depleted to certain thresholds. The Count Steam will gain a blue aura at the start of the fight and when its own HP drop to 69% and 29% HP threshold. Upon activation of the aura, the boss party will frame their turns which result them to be immune to break delay and turn deletion. Your party EX gauge will be frozen and they will gain a fixed 200k HP recovery after every field turn. A field turn refers to both allies and bosses' turns. This also applies to calls as well. In addition, at the start of the fight and 29% HP threshold, they will also become immune to launch as well. To remove the aura, you need to do a 2-turn delay on Count Steam. Examples of units with 2-turn delay are Quistis, Cloud of Darkness, Jessie, Sice, Leo, and Cloud. Quistis S2, EX, LD and FR all has 2-turn delay utility. The Assault Dog will gain a red aura when its HP drop to 89%, 49%, and 19% HP threshold. Upon activation of the aura, the boss party gains 50% defense up along with 100% debuff evasion and 100% evasion against ranged and melee attacks. To remove the aura, you need to launch the guard dog. Examples of launchers are Cid Raines, Noctis, Arania and Dark Knight Cecil. For non-magic launchers you need to do a setup first before you launch the boss on the following action to cancel the aura. You can use mechanic that help to guaranteed launches like Self-Rapture debuff or Kaisa's hero support buff. Other than Cid Raines, the magic launchers in the game are Selfie or Lael. Other than these 2 key mechanics, the fight is quite simple if you have the tools to handle them. If you let the boss uses its force ability, it is a guaranteed hit AoE brave plus HP attack and inflict a permanent debuff called Black Smoke. Black smoke is a HP poison that drains 90% of the inflicted character's HP and prevent any HP recovery. You can either cleanse the debuff with debuff cleansing skill like Rain with his EX, use debuff evasion units like Aerith, Afma, or Una FR, or debuff negation LDCA such as Ragin LDCA or Reno LDCA to prevent it. If you want to go through off-turn route, you will need to have mechanics that overpower the boss like Quina BT effect. Pair Quina with an evasion support like Redia or Yuri BT Aura. The Dare to Defy variant will have the same set of mechanics but having a lower HP pool where the bosses have 207 million HP each. As the fight features evasion mechanics against ranged or melee unit, remember to bring a magic unit so your attacks will have a chance hitting the boss to remove the auras. As we are no longer have Lufania plus fights, the boss guide will be focused primarily on Shinryu fights. In Shinryu, you need to understand the effects gained by the boss as the force gauge build up, its force ability and its force time effect. If your party has low force levels, it is highly certain that the boss force gauge will build up faster than yours. To have a better understanding on the basics of the force gauge mechanics and Shinryu fights, I have done a video explaining the mechanics. I have included the link to the video under the comments and video description for your quick reference. Throughout the fight, when your party members act, the boss force gauge will increase by 4%. Whenever the boss party acts, the force gauge will gain 2% charge rate up. The boss party will also apply an aura field effect that lowers your party attack and brave damage by 80%, HP damage by 50% and lowers the brave gains by 80%. The boss force gauge will build up faster as its HP is lowered. You can refer to the table on the screen for the percentages. At the 100% gauge threshold, the Count Steam will use the Force ability. The Force ability, Steam Burst Plus, will results the Count Steam recovers from break status, followed by a guaranteed hit AoE Magic Brave plus HP attack. The attack will also apply the permanent Black Smoke debuff. Black Smoke has no debuff duration and it will remain in effect until you have cleansed or prevented with debuff evasion utility like having Aerith or debuff negation call like Ragin or Reno. Black Smoke will apply 90% HP poison and prevent the affected target from healing any HP lost. Upon using the Force ability, the boss will enter into its force time where the gauge will start to emit a red hue with a counter of 20 on its gauge. When the force time is activated, both bosses will gain an enhancement. The boss will heal 100% of the HP damage received. This applies on every field turn, which include whenever the boss party received HP damage from your party attacks. The effect also applies to counters or traps attacks off turn. Dealing the force weakness will cancel the boss force time. To do that, you need to deal brave damage on the boss and delay the boss party turn by 1 turn. FR that has AoE delay utility are Quistis, Cloud of Darkness and Jesse. If his FR is being released, Cloud FR will also work for the condition. If only boss party has only 1 unit left, Leo or Sice FR will also work for the condition. Alternatively, if you have Quistis BT aura active, any brave damage, attacking FR will work to cancel the condition. Now let us go through the fight key mechanics. Let us start off with the Count Steam's blue aura mechanic. Count Steam will activate the aura at the start of the fight, and when its HP drop to the 69% and 29% HP thresholds, you will see the blue aura emitting along with the prompt Steam is building. Upon activation, the aura will grant the boss party the following effects. The boss party CTB gauge will becomes framed. They will gain immunity to break delay and turn deletion. Break delay means their turn will not move back after you inflict break on them. Your party EX gauge will be frozen. This aura prevents the infamous ult Quina cheese combo to work unless you have means to cancel it. The boss party will gain a fixed 200k HP recovery after every field turn. Field turns refer to any action taken by the boss or your party. This also applies to your call's actions as well. In addition to the effects of Steam is building, at the start of the fight and 29% HP threshold, the boss party will also gain immunity to launch. To remove the restriction effect of the blue aura and the launch immunity, you just need to do a 2-turn delay on the count steam. I have shown the options on the screen. With considering the red aura from the guard dog, magic delay options are much preferable. Like the count steam, the assault dog also have its aura mechanics. When its HP drop to 89%, 49%, and 19% HP threshold, the assault dog will activate fire dog where it will gain a red aura. Upon activation, the aura will grant the boss party the following effects. The boss party gains 100% debuff evasion. The boss party gains 100% evasion against ranged and melee attacks. The boss party will gain an additional 50% defense boost. To remove the red aura, you need to trigger a launch on the assault dog. To do it direct or on demand, you need to use a magic option like Raines, Shelke, or Lail or magic unit with Raines LDCA. You can also use Raines Call, Lail LDCA or Shelke LDCA. Or give the magic unit Kai's hero support. For non-magic launchers, you need to trigger launch on targeted count steam before the activation of the aura and your magic unit to launch the guard dog. Alternatively, you can also use magic call ability to launch the boss. For all units and options that have launch utility, I have listed them down on the slide. If you want to know which specific skill, you can check either the Tonberry Troop website or Dissidia Compendium website for more information. Before I end the section on the boss mechanics, let us cover briefly on the boss basic attacks. Like all other bosses, both bosses have standard attack rotation. Let us start off with the assault dog. It will rotate between shoulder pound and cannon blow. Shoulder pound is reset break status, followed by a single melee brave plus HP attack. It will also delay the target turn by 1. Cannon blow is an AoE magic brave attack. It will grant the boss party a 30% initial brave up buff for 3 turns. The count steam will rotate between group Freya and multi-slash. Group Freya is an AoE magic fire brave attack. Multi-slash is a reset break status, followed by a single melee brave plus HP attack. Before I end the guide on the mechanics portion, let me cover a potential scenario. What happen if you trigger both auras together? From the videos that I watch for the JP runs while doing research for the guide, the occurrence is quite low. The likelihood of triggering is probably during 29% to 19% HP threshold. When the 2 auras are activated, the methodology to cancel is as follows. First, you delay count steam with 2-turn delay utility to remove the launch immunity or effectively the blue aura. The delay utility needs to magic base since the boss party will gain 100% evasion against melee and ranged attacks when the assault dog has the red aura active. Secondly, you launch the assault dog to remove the other aura. Magic launch utility are Raines Calls, Shelke LD, and Lail LD. You can use Raines LDCA on a magic unit to do the trick. Generally, Cloud of Darkness will work extremely well here with Raines LDCA if you have her available. In summary, the fight order will be something like this. Do a 2-turn delay on the count steam at the start of the fight. Launch the assault dog at the 89% HP threshold. Do a 2-turn delay on the count steam at the 69% HP threshold. Launch the assault dog at the 49% HP threshold. Do a 2-turn delay on the count steam at the 29% HP threshold. Launch the assault dog at the 19% HP threshold. To avoid the problem of having the 2 auras trigger at the same time, try to pace and stagger your damage focus on one boss to cancel the aura first before moving to next boss. As boss have restrictive force time auras and fast gauge charging properties, bring a fast summon like Chocobo or Self, or using a burst phase to build your force gauge will give you the turns you need to get your force time up before the boss activate theirs. Before I start the overview on Quistis FR BT, let me cover a bit on the returning Cid Raines. Cid Raines is probably the strong single target attacker for green unit crystal and a very good unit to have if you intend to go through the green crystal route. His LDCA offers one of the best utility in the game, and it is one of the most important to get for the game. Even at this point in time, he still works here. He is still the undisputed king of launches. Let us cover a bit on the featured FR unit, Quistis. Quistis has gained a rework on her attacks where they received more HP dumps. With the rework, her EX will also delay the targets by 2 turns. With her LD buff active, she can do force delay with her skills, and she is one of the game's best BRV Gains aura bot. As her skills have delay utility, she is not ideal for off-turn or counter setups. However, she is very good against single-target boss fights. I will recommend her for those who want to do boss no-turn strategies. Let us start off with her FR conditions. Upon using her FR ability, Quistis will do a melee AoE BRV plus HP attack that delays all target turns by 3 turns. 1. Recover other allies' BRV will get your 20% HP damage bonus. All Quistis skills will constantly battery the party with her BRV battery. However, do be mindful of selecting who you want to pair with her. 2. Delay a target will get your 35% HP damage bonus. If the delay utility breaks the target, you will get an additional 20% HP damage bonus, which makes the skill getting 55% HP damage bonus. You can make her constantly getting 55% HP damage bonus by pairing her with a BT aura such as Sephiroth or Iris that allows you reset the boss break status. Rebreakers with 2-turn delay utility like Lightning and Arciela also works well. However, if you have them, you will probably use their FR as the main FR phase though. If you have Quistis BT aura active, she can ensure the party abilities will always delay the boss targets. Generally, the FR condition is not very useful as a main FR phase unless you using Quistis' own BT phase with Iris and Sephiroth BT aura effect active to build up the force time damage bonuses. Most of the time, you are probably be using the FR as an echo instead. 3-turn AoE delay will give you ample amount of times to set up and chain up your force time damage easily. Let us cover on her BT. Her BT is an AoE melee BRV plus HP attack that delays all targets by 1 turn. The aura grants the party aura depends on stacks of the auras. You will gain a stack whenever your party chain up their consecutive turn. However, the stack will reset to 1 once the boss enemy take their turn. This makes Quistis aura a bit funky against boss who has warp mechanics. There are 2 sets of auras shown the screen. The table in green are the auras for Quistis herself. The table in the yellow are for the party. With the maxed level stacks of 5, Quistis will gain 40% HP damage bonus and 50% max BRV cap for herself. When the aura stacks are at max level of 5, the party will gain 25% BRV damage up, 25% HP damage up, and raises BRV damage cap by 50% and max BRV cap by 40%. On top of the auras that I have mentioned, her BT aura will allow the party delay all target turns by 1 turn. The delay is a force delay effect which will bypass delay immunity. With this, I have come to the end of my boss guide presentation. Hopefully you find it useful. If you like the video, please give a like. Please subscribe to my channel for future gaming content. Good luck for the fight in the coming days. Bye.